Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the fourth episode of Kawaikereba Hentai Demo Skinny Natte Kuremasu. And last episode, we kind of have Sayuki and Yuika fighting over our main protagonist, Cake. And he doesn't seem to know how to deal with it, really, which is not really surprising. But there's also Nanjo that did a little bit of, well, she didn't do a lot of the episode, but the episode ended off where she pretty much kind of grabbed him, took him away from the situation, and said, no. I don't like you spend time with other girls because I like you. I mean, she didn't quite say that last part, but anyone that's not the protagonist could probably pick up on the fact that she does, in fact, like him. So I don't expect them to get that at all, though. Not until she makes it unambiguously very, very clear. Which, you know, maybe she will. Who knows? The other two girls have certainly made certain things clear. But anyway, still don't know exactly what's up with Nanju as far as her perversion goes. Like, you know, there's not really a lot of hints towards that. The closest thing of a hint I could say was maybe she's yandere because she wants to keep them all to herself, but that's a little bit of a stretch, and that's not quite the same kind of thing of the other girls. So I wouldn't really call it a perversion exactly. So anyway, it was kind of what I'm trying to say. But anyway, let's just get into the episode and see what happens. I'm definitely we should get some Nanja focus soon, I would imagine. So if that's the case, let's get into it and see how that goes. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, Karakawa, Funimation, yeah, I get the drill. So yeah, it looks like some Nanja focus so far. I didn't really consider that, but maybe. Man, uncharacteristically is really a long word. Okay, didn't tell me a whole lot, but I guess it's a big hint that we're gonna get some Nanja focus. Just the way they were behind him in that shot is just a little bit amusing. I don't trust that child to walk that size of a dog without losing control of the dog. The dog can just leave, you know. The child that size can't stop him. Is that woman just pushing a car full of children? That shot is still amazing. I mean, Nadia has a pencil in the opening. Is that a hint towards something? Probably not. Maybe she's secretly a doujinshi artist. That'd be something, wouldn't it? That probably counts as a perversion, I don't know. Uh, you know, my reading speed's already not great. Could you slow down a bit? Don't ask me that went by too quickly. Cinderella can't come out. So, yeah, so she clearly does draw. I don't know if we knew that before. Maybe we did, but I didn't remember it if we did. So, we definitely know that now, though. So, what's up, Nanjo? Want to say anything to me about being Cinderella or loving me or deep dark secret? Okay, but bye. We'll talk later. Did you leave a letter and/or panties for me to find the other day? Just quick question. Oh, yeah. Hi. I wasn't talking to anybody else. Yeah. Feel free to interrupt. Yeah. Well. Yeah. We'll talk later. Well, you certainly didn't help by showing up at a very awkward time. You with your stupid Yotsuba ribbon. uh... Decently. Well, I am hoping he has some real time to talk to her this episode, so. Yeah, you're quite nice for a horrible person. I see. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Just like, yeah, sorry I, tied you up and kidnapped you the other day. No, it's okay as long as you're sorry. Gotta love this show. But I wanted to talk to Nanjo. Why is everyone interrupting me? I don't know. We never get to see her, really. She just... Somebody's always calling me or telling me to do something. Well, as the pattern goes, as long as you're sorry, it's fine to do whatever you do. Ah, okay. Can't do these things in public. I just be indecent. Yes, I got the implication. I don't believe you are. Yes. Can't be a bad doggy. You're not gonna get treats like that. Because it was important. You should give her a head pat for being such a good pet. And, give her a bone. You were sleeping last time we saw you, Nanjo. Did you move an inch since we left? We call him Cake. Just, so you know. Well, I want to. I need answers to various things. Yeah, we still need to find out what makes you a degenerate. Just because. Yes, whatever crazy thing you have to say, we'll listen. I'm all ears. They're covered with headphones, but they're there. Yeah, I believe so. Why? Yeah, not really. Well, I'm glad you're glad, but wanted to talk a bit more than that. Okay. So you want to go on a date next? Okay, I got the pattern. Yes, we're gonna go somewhere, but where? Traveling freaked me out a little bit, I'll be honest. But okay, I guess we see what Nanjo does for fun. uh, well, we didn't want to get in your way. You're firing like mad all over. Okay, let's try not to die. Well, good job, guys. Oh, okay. Uh, not quite what I was expecting out of this. Don't take pictures of that. Okay. I think it just got a hint about what her perversion could be. That I actually kind of suspected before, but... Good job for you. Well, went by pretty quickly. Yeah, you are, aren't you? Your secret's not being a trap, is it? Because that would be quite a twist. Yeah, she probably would have preferred to be the two of you, but but so what can you do to satisfy you? Okay, where are you going with this? Okay, being kind of straightforward with this. Why would it rain right then and there? We were trying to discuss something. But oh well. Guess we'll just continue it here. And now she is all wet. Even Sergeant Penguin wet. Very unfortunate. The stuffed animal, it looks really cool. What do you think I was looking at? You just actually said that. Probably was a smoother way to handle that than that. Well, yeah, one wants to be my master, the other one wants to be my pet, so. But you know, we can do both those things at once. They don't interfere with each other, really, but. They are something, alright. I would imagine most teenage boys think about that at least a little bit. That's not indecent. Well, you really can't blame him for getting some enjoyment out of that. You're just jealous because you were part of it. Very involuntary reaction. There are certainly worse involuntary reactions. You making a scene. Not that anyone's around, but. It kind of was. But yeah, it's nice to get some real screen time with Nanjo, and I would say I like her for the most parts, even if she may or may not be a Fujoshi. Uh, I knew you were gonna say that, but I'm not sure that's it. Unless I misinterpreted something. Certainly possible. Are you gonna clarify for him? He's not gonna get it otherwise. I didn't say to run away. Uh, but yeah, it did look like she was looking at what's his face in the picture, so I don't know. I could be confused about something for sure, but yeah, and the girl I was with, which was more notable. That's not a bad thing. That just improves the bathwater. Yes, you want to join me because you already took yours. Okay, you had to come to say that. Was that important to say just then? But okay. Yeah, annoying birds. Ow! I was paying attention. I swear, it's Sensei. Yeah, clearly that happens. Dun dun dun. It's sort of. I mean, it rained. Things got a bit awkward. She insulted me a little bit, but I'd say it went fine. Yeah. I mean, is she the best person to talk about with this? Still get a kick out of his name being Cake. It's just hilarious to me. Yuika talking. Ah, close. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think things went fine for the most part. Do my best as a slave, don't worry. Something gonna be in his room. Oh. Well, somebody's in his room. Well, that's something to hear right when you walk into your own room. Because it's legally 100 years old. What was it exactly? I don't want to take a better look at that. I suppose so. Life's been complicated lately. Not sure where you would even begin explaining. Yeah, possibly some weird perversion of that adventure, I guess. Yeah, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make her drink. Yes, that's why you hide your lolicon material, I guess. But then people find it's very unfortunate. And that's kind of been the whole theme of the episode, really. Just making up with Mao. Doesn't help me at all. Still pretty vague, but I guess it's gotta work. Yeah, she's a pretty nice sister. Izaha, you're very much appreciated. Man, she sleeps a lot, so I wonder if I wonder if the sleeping is related to anything. Like if there's a reason for it. Because, Sensei even talked about sleeping, in class. So, I don't know. That's the only reason why I bothered to mention it. Yeah, so she ended up talking about losing sleep, so it's obviously important. You really do sound like a maiden in love, like, straight up. Still wouldn't be fair to blame him for that, though. Although it stuff like the reveal is just going to be her being Fujoshi, but I'm not sure. I hope it's something a little bit less predictable, but we'll see. You really should watch what you say to these girls. Because when you say anything, these girls they have imagination. Interesting shots, perspective. Okay, yeah, that's why you don't say that to these girls in this show. You just don't say that. You never know what you'll get. Well, I already knew that from like a while ago. Okay. Well, that sounds pretty standard so far. But is there not a catch? Yeah, of course, there was something else to it. Uh, what she said. So yeah, it was pretty much what I expected, more or less. Uh, no, thank you. Thick whipped cream showdown. That's a good question. Yes. Yeah, I kind of figured that ever since the pictures scene. Is there other types of Fujoshi out there? Uh, because that's what Fujoshi. Yeah, it's what Fujoshi wears. So, I'm not sure where the confusion lies. I feel like we're going in circles. Your name is Cake. I'm surprised you didn't get that. Okay. Well, I just ruined that scene for me. Yeah, that was one thing that confused me a little bit, but yeah, that makes more sense now. You must say it. You have to. I will judge her plenty. Of course it is. I don't think that's a reasonable request. I really don't. And that's why you don't say that to these girls. Okay, so that's why she didn't want to be with the other girls. Okay. Well, I don't. I mean, just gotta accept that all the girls you know are perverts, they're weirdos, just really what it comes down to. Is it not from Cinderella? Why did it mess up the electricity? Oh. Well then. Very interesting pattern this show has, you know. When it shows you a character, you feel like you've been getting to know them for a while, and then they just drop a big bomb on you at the end of it. About what they're really like. Although, the way the final scene with Nanjo, they definitely made it feel like she still does like him. In the whole, you know, BL relationship between him and what's his face, Shoma, is kind of just a mask for that. Like, I'm sure she likes the idea of that, but I'm sure if she got to choose, she would rather be the one in a relationship with him. Well, I guess can't say I'm sure. I imagine. But yeah, it's pretty unreasonable to expect somebody to enter a romantic relationship with someone for the sake of your own fiction writing. Like, that's not a reasonable thing to ask somebody. Like, seriously. Certainly possible. Koharu is a first-year student. Is that a new character? Because I don't think I've heard that name before. Koharu is a cute name, but Anyway, that was the 4th episode of Kawaikereba Hentai Demo Skinny Natte Kuremasu. And yeah, this episode, like I thought, it was a Nanjo focused episode. And a lot of it was dedicated towards just Cake getting along with Nanjo, you know? Things were a little bit awkward between them after the last episode. And so Nanjo's apparently felt neglected and all that because obviously spending time with the perverts that had come out, but not so much her. So she kind of roped him into hanging out with her, and Shoma as well. I hope that's his name because otherwise I'm gonna feel awkward. But I think that was his name. I think they also think it's also Akiyama. Maybe that was, well, obviously one's his given name, one's his family name, but I just don't remember if either of them are perfectly accurate. But the point is, the three of them, you know, they were hanging out, and once we got to the point where Shoma fell on top of him, and you know the Kabedon, and then you had just Nanjo taking a bunch of pictures. At that point, that was a very strong hint of the type of character she was, and yeah, so the end reveal wasn't that big of a shock at all. As a result, most people should have probably picked it up at that point. Like, you didn't know necessarily whether or not that would be the big reveal or not, but it pretty much was. Of course, there were some extra elements to it as well, like the whole, well, I actually commented on the opening where she had the pencil. I was like, hey, maybe she like writes doujinshi or whatever. That's a thing she could do. But yeah, she does. She just uses real life people as reference material for it without their knowledge or consent. Just kind of what it comes down to. And what else? Just, I don't know. Nanjo was pretty cute, you know, for most of the show, but then of course she went into Fujoshi mode and Lana just kind of went crashing downhill. So yeah, I'm not really sure what girl at this point is my favorite. You know, it's really hard to say. Probably just, I mean, I'd probably say Yuika. You know, like, and of course, I would like her better if her philosophy, you know, whatever, was like the reverse, where she if she wanted Kick to be her master, I would have liked her a little bit better. But still, I think overall, I would like her the best because her character design, I like it a lot. Of course, Nanjo's is really good too, but I'd say Yuka was a little bit above her as far as character design goes, in regards to my personal preferences. And she does seem, for the most part, to be pretty nice and kind and caring, you know, in the sense that, you know, taking good care of your slave and all that, which, you know, you could say is still pretty messed up, but still, yeah, I would probably put Yuika as my favorite for now. Nanjo would have been my favorite if it wasn't for the Fujoshi stuff. That she tanked a lot of points through that. But anyway, yeah, although, you know, none of the girls I would say are very high tier. Like, they're all just kind of competing for a very middle tier area, if that makes sense. But, let's see, what else is really to say about this episode? Oh yeah, the sister. We had some great stuff with the sister. She was being very, you know, supportive and comforting for her Oni-chan, which I'm sure he appreciates greatly. You know, got her a drink and all that. I want to go back to this one part before the head pat. What exactly was that she found in his room? I didn't get a good look at that, so I'm trying to go back to that now. Let's see. Yeah, he walks in. She's like on the ground or whatever. And she expresses her surprise about her brother being a lolicon. But he says, "Oh yeah, I forgot Shoma was a lolicon. I actually completely forgot about that somehow. The BL stuff kind of overridden, I guess. But yeah, just holding up for a friend." And yeah, she says, "Oh, I thought so. You like them bigger if possible." So yeah, that would be Sayuki. And I think this line here is supposed to be the text of the title. They're little, but that's not a problem because it's legal, 800 years old. That's generally how it goes. So is it supposed to be like what is it? Is it like a light novel, manga, DVD? What is this? Can't really tell by looking at it. Really, not. She blocks a lot of it with her big stupid head. But yeah, we have a girl up front that's very much not wearing clothing, and I think her hands are covering the important bits, although so is the text. But yeah, kind of hard to tell exactly what it's supposed to be. A lot of the text is too small to really read. So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The point is it was for lolicons, so there was a bit of a misunderstanding as a result there. And that somehow led to a lap pillow. Why did it lead to a lap pillow? Who knows? Don't really have to question it. But I'm sure he very much needed that, you know. I'm sure it made him feel quite a bit better. But yeah, not much to say on that beyond that. But yeah, final scene was basically just the reveal of Nanjo's true character. And it was kind of funny how she puts the glasses on when she goes into Fujoshi mode. But yeah, after the preview, it seems like there's going to be another character called Koharu. I don't know exactly. I don't think we've seen that character before. I'm trying to think, but no, that might just be like a first year that we just meet for the first time next episode, because the name does not ring a bell with me at all. If I'm wrong, of course, feel free to correct me, but the name does not ring a bell at all. If that's the case, it's just a matter of meeting a new girl. But if she's important enough to have her name in the title, maybe she has a perversion as well. Who knows? I don't know, probably. But, regardless. Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of funny, because Shoma, I guess, then it gets perversion as well, the whole lolicon thing. I wonder if, because, the show almost is treating him like another romance option, so it would make sense for him to have his own perversion, so that's kind of funny how that all kind of fits there. So anyway, yeah, I should assume any character of any degree of importance in this show has some sort of weird perversion, which would be great, keep things interesting. But anyway, yeah, decent episode, even if I can't say I'm super excited or happy with what her perversion turned out to be. I still thought it was a fine episode for the most part, and we'll continue to watch it going forward. So, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.